This book talk is about The Brave Little Parrot by Rafe Martin. What I love about this book is that the cover gives you an idea of what the book is going to be about. The title itself, The Brave Little Parrot, tells you that the parrot has to be brave. And then the cover is a picture of a forest that's on fire and the parrot flying over the forest. Well, one day, the parrot and his friends, the elephant, the cheetah, and other animals, notice that the forest is on fire and they all try to escape. The parrot is able to get away because he's able to fly above the flames, but the other animals are not as fortunate. As the parrot is leaving, he looks back and notices that his friends are in trouble, and at that moment he makes a courageous decision to save them. And he had to come up with an idea of how he was going to do this, because he was just this little parrot and there were so many animals in the forest that he had to try to save. He decided he would just dip himself in some water in the river, and then he would go back to the forest and shake his body or his feathers, and he would try to use that water from him to extinguish the flames. But as soon as he would do that, the flames would engulf the droplets because it wasn't enough to cover all the flames. But he didn't give up. He just kept going back to the river. He made many trips from the river to the forest trying to help his friends. In the midst of all of this, his feathers become charred, his feet and his claws are scorched, his eyes are burned, but he continues to go back to the forest and try to help his friends. He cries out to the elephant to use his trunk to soak up water and then spray it on the fire. And he even cries out to the cheetah for help, but they all tell him to save himself and not to worry about them. But he decides not to do that because he's selfless and he wants to save his friends. And so he goes back and forth to the forest as before, trying to continually still distinguish the fire. The great thing about this book is that it seems like he would just give up and he would become hopeless and give up, but he didn't, and he kept trying, and he knew that there could be a miracle and something could happen and could help him to save his friends. So the question is, did his friends listen to him and help him get rid of the fire in the forest? Did they listen to him? And was the parrot able to save his friends?